Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome. This will be a short video. This is a first look and review of the Paintball Online done by one of the guys that's on my Discord channel, Cool Cat, LexMark66, and I believe it's Red Studios, and the link is available in the description to download this. And let's actually take a look at it. Alright, so it's got one thing that I will say right off the bat is it's using my simple multiplayer Steam template, so it's going to be reliant on Steam for right now. I'll have a new version of that later for non-Steam, but you will have to have Steam running in the background for this to work correctly for multiplayer. So it does have my username and my Steam avatar in upper right hand corner. You got options, high graphics, howdy world. So let's actually take a look at this. I'm going to go first into single player. Team selection. Let's start with blue because I like blue. Scared you so because I'm so frickin' handsome and stuff? Or all right, so blue team. Alright, so you can right click and go into an aim mode and shooting the paintballs, and two of them coming out, but it's okay. So you've got a little paintball arena, and you've got obstacles to hide behind, and it's like a end zone over there. Got some stuff to hide behind. Lighting needs to be rebuilt. You didn't build your lighting there, bud. So, looks like a good start. Let's actually hit escape. Let's just go back to main menu, and let's go into multiplayer. There we go. And let's go to multiplayer, and let's check the server list, see if anybody's got one. Join beef. Okay. And let's click on join. Guess it must mean me. Join beef. Alright, so takes a second to load here. Oh, that'd be cool. Suggest now also for your characters. Right now, during the month of November, City Studios is giving away for free the City Pack on the UE4 Marketplace. So I do suggest you actually carry your butt on over to the Marketplace and download that, and you will get a free copy. You can get a free copy of the City Asset Pack, and I use it in a lot of my projects. Really cool stuff. Okay, this might be a problem with on my end with my simple multiplayer Steam template. If whoever's hosting the game is not on the same Steam region, you won't be able to connect. And like I said, I will work on another version of this Steam template. So that's going to be a problem, is being able to join from different regions. So that's probably why it's not actually working. So if I host a game in multiplayer. Oh, okay. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll make one. And hit make. Yeah, it does take a couple seconds to actually get loaded in. But yeah, I would say oh, you already got the City Pack? I'll talk about it again in the next stream. But oh my god, that would be so cool. You can actually, I've used the demonstration map. It's glorious. I use that demonstration map in a few projects. One that was a shooter demo that's available on my BBG-demos section of my Discord channel. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love that city map and the demonstration map. coffee, good stuff. Of course, it's getting cold. I made it before the last stream. Alright, so... it's not actually loading into the map here. Host server... stream test, make... Alright, did you make sure that you actually changed the map location for multiplayer? I gotcha. You know, the lower poly stuff is not for everybody, so I happen to like it. It's great. Alright, well, let's go back to server list. Well, I like to see as many games I can come up with for the polygon assets, because they're so great. They're well priced, and I'm not seeing your server. Also, one of the things is in the main menu map, where you would be for this, you also have to make sure that you retain the main menu map, or for whatever you're going to use for your main menu. You need to... yeah, I'm going to actually quit the game and reopen it. But one of the things you actually have to make sure of is you have to destroy session whenever you transition back to the main menu, or you leave a map. You need to make sure you destroy session so that it ends your multiplayer session. That way you're able to find other people's hosted sessions and create sessions, and then people can join you. So I'm actually going to host one, and Dad, see if you can join me there. Beef's game, create, there we go. And alright, well, I got one going. I'm going on the blue team. So the mouse cursor issue, if you were to look in my original player_base, there's a section in there for startup stuff, which actually sets the game mode, or the input mode, to game only, and set show mouse cursor to false. You run that in your player character. Yeah, I just started one. I closed the game, reopened it, and started a new one. The little thing is set it to where whenever you right click, you get a when you right click to go into aim mode, you get a mouse cursor, like a crosshair rather, and then whenever you let go of the, there we go, I'll see somebody. And make sure you build your lighting before you release as well. That way it doesn't show lighting needs to be rebuilt. But I think a mouse cursor would be cool. Or not a mouse cursor, a crosshair. And I would say probably for now, until you come up with your higher res assets, go ahead and you can use your paintball gun. But I would say I would definitely do the Cindy Studios City Pack for your characters. But it's a really good start so far. I hadn't checked to see the map borders. What happens if you exit the map border? Yeah, see, if you fall off the map, you need to put a blocking volume on the sides of your map so the players can't fall out of the map. And make it to where you can't shoot unless you actually are in aimed mode. Is there a respawn key? Nope. Once you fall off the edge, you're done. The escape key doesn't work. Once you hit your 0 and die, you're stuck. You can't hit escape. You can't do anything. It pretty much renders all your movement and keyboard inputs to where they don't work. So definitely want to make sure you put a either a wall up. Yeah, it's because I fell off the world and died. But you definitely want to either put a solid wall up that people can't fall off the map, or you need to make sure that you put a blocking volume there, which is an invisible wall that keeps players from falling out. So now, since I can't actually do anything, yeah, that's no problem. Looks like you've got a good start so far. Said I would change the characters out to the ones from the city pack because it's free right now, and you know they look good. So you actually have regular characters running around. I would set it up to where when you hit right mouse button to aim, you could either set it to toggle where you right click go into aim mode, or just hold down on it and then disable the ability to shoot until you actually are in aim mode. So little things like that, but it's a really good start. But since I actually fell off the world, yeah, I'm gonna have to Alt F4 and actually kill the game manually, and then I can go back into it. Yeah, when the host falls off the map, the game's done. It's over at that point. Alright, let's see who's got one hosted. Yeah. And again, I'm going to go on blue team because I like blue. Blue is my color. So you see you had a mouse cursor there by doing what I was saying earlier about the input. So whenever you actually get hit, your character teleports. That's unique. I've never seen that before. I like the concept. But what I would do also is I would create launch pads. I like launch pads. They're fun. I got hit, so I go flying up in the air. So, yeah, I would definitely set it up to where you're using the SMST Studios assets for the players, because that would be really cool. You can get the animations you need from the animation starter pack, since they're free as well. And just retarget them. I got plenty of videos on doing that. I'd keep the same guns. These are not bad models for the guns. But yeah, the SMST Studios characters. Oh, I'm off the map. So what happens when the client falls off the map? So definitely, I would still, even if you put walls up, I would still put a blocking volume. I can show that in the next video. So yeah, once the client or server, well, that's cool. Like I said, the gun looks good and the stuff looks good. Yeah, whenever somebody falls out of the world, though, they're done. You can't escape. You can't do anything. You have to hit Alt F4 to actually kill the game. So really quickly here, go into this. To show you what I mean about the blocking volumes, is to actually set up a blocking volume to keep people from falling out of the world. It's a quick fix. So I'm just gonna make a new level. Default. So right now, let's go to third-person game mode and play. So now I'm actually in the map, so that I don't fall out of the map and in the game. a blocking volume is found right here in volumes, and it's the second one in. Just grab a blocking volume, drag it onto the ground. What I do is go to details, and to start off with I 0, 0, and then I don't change the Z height just yet. I will go ahead and make it taller. Say for the average game 5 times bigger, and then I can come in here and make sure that it's just a little in the floor, drag it over to the edge of the map. You can actually change the dimensions of it this way to 0.5, or you can do it like 0.1. It doesn't really matter as long as it's right there at the edge of the map, and you can put it right there at the border and then stretch it so that it actually covers the full width. And now I can actually take that blocking volume, click on it, Control C and Control V. I think that it's got a great start to it, but it's just the little things like this, the blocking volumes. Now I can grab both of these, Shift and left click there, Control C, Control V, and now rotate it 90 degrees. The beginning portion of the game is great. You've got a great start. I would say go ahead and use the Cindy Studios assets. They're free for the for that, and you can just drop stuff quickly into your map. Now, since your teleport system is allowing you to hop up into the air, you might also think about adding in another blocking volume to make a roof. So I'll grab another blocking volume here, and I'm going to zero it out. And we're going to change the Z height to 0.1. Not totally necessary, but then I'm just going to scale it up so it reaches the map borders. It can overlap a little bit. It doesn't really matter all that much. So 5 by 5, and just move it up to here. So what that's going to do is it's going to put that invisible wall there so nobody can accidentally fall out if there's a gap. So there you go. Well, that'd be cool too to watch a live stream on it. Another thing, since if you do this, put your blocking volumes to do a roof and walls and everything else, I'm going to show you a little gadget that I freaking love that makes a shooter game just 10 times more fun. And it's just, I'm going to create a new blueprint. It's going to be an actor. I'm going to call this a launcher. I'm going to go into the blueprint. I'm going to add 2 components. The first one's a cube. I'm going to resize this to 2 by 2 by 0.1. Click off of it, add a component of a box collision. And with that box collision, I want to resize it to 3 by 3 and just raise it up a little bit. Compile, save, go into this, delete these things here, right click on your box collision, on component, begin overlap. That's all you need to do. Drag out from your other actor and cast to whatever your player character is. For me, it's player underscore base. And then all you need to do is as player launch character and set this to like 1000. That's it. On component, begin overlap on your box collision, cast your player and launch character, set your Z height to 1000, and then just drop it into your map wherever you want them to go. And what you end up with is a launcher. When you step on it, it throws you up in the air. You can use whatever you want for the base pad. I just use a cube flattened out. So now you can imagine you're running around. As soon as you jump in the air, you're shooting while you're jumping like that. So you can add that launch pad in anywhere you want. and make it part of your game. I love these things. When I use the Cindy Studios City Pack, I use the sewer caps. I put those around the map, and I make the sewer caps into these things, the launch pads. Love these little things. They make a fun shooter game 10 times more fun. And that's all it was to it, is a cube flattened out to 0.1 and 2x2x1, and then a box collision scaled 3x3x1, and that's it. And you go into your event graph, right click on this guy, add event, on component begin overlap, cast your player character, launch character, set your Z height to 1000, set it at whatever you want, but 1000 is a pretty good height. If you go too high, you'll launch into friggin' orbit. But since we have a roof, if you put it too high, hell, that's 10,000 right there. If I try to do 10,000, it's going to throw me into the roof. So it's a little bit too high. This is one of my most favorite aspects of a fun shooter, is adding in that launch pad. I'm actually going to keep it at 1500 is good also. Boink. So you jump in the air, and while you're jumping, you could be shooting. So the other thing was in your player character, characters, player, blueprints. Whenever you're setting it up, and you'll see more of this chair stuff in the next video. Whenever you're setting up to actually fire, you need to make it to where you can't shoot unless you're actually in the aim mode. If you want help on doing some other stuff like that, let me know, and I'll be glad to help out. So that's the first thing that I would do, is I would set up the blocking volume on the edges of the map. And I still say check out the Polygon City, since it is free. Yeah, the grenade thing is not a bad way to go too. They're fun. The demonstration map, short term, you could even use this demonstration map in your game for what you've already got. So all you'd have to do then is just change your player characters over to actually be the Cindy Studios. I'm not going to save that map. I don't care about that map. I've used this map before, but holy crap, it's got to compile some shaders here real quick. I'm going to zoom out. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is one heck of a nice map you can actually use right off the bat. Just add your stuff in there. Yeah, so you could add your I would add the polygon characters, and then I'm just going to add a player start in here. So as soon as it's done compiling shaders, I'll go in here and I'll walk around the map. But yeah, for sure, I would use this demonstration map. Use your current paintball guns, your paintballs, and that kind of stuff. I would change the characters out to the characters from the Polygon City asset pack. I mean, while it's free, you might as well utilize it. Get it if you don't already have it. If you got it, use it. It's great stuff. And once you've got it, you're able to use it in your projects. All right, almost done with the shaders here. But another thing also is make sure you compile. You hit that build button, and that way you're doing your lighting build, so it gets rid of that little red stuff in the upper left hand corner where it says for you to rebuild your lighting. And I forgot to change world settings to third person game mode. So yeah, this is the map. Tell me you couldn't have some fun with all this stuff in here. So I've got that shooter game that I set up using something from Mocap Studios. using their weapons and stuff inside here. But yeah, this is fun. And one of the things I did on my version was I made the sewer caps and into a launch pad. By having those launch pads in the map placed near buildings and stuff, you can use them to launch you up onto the rooftop of the buildings, and you can be a sniper. I've actually set up elevators to actually carry you to the rooftop and things like that as well. But this would be a great map for that your paintball game. So yeah, this is definitely something to look into. Now this character that I'm using is not in the city pack. This is from another one of the asset packs. I think it's from city characters or it's from town. Yeah, you see there's no sewer caps right in here, but what I did was I took the sewer caps and I made them into a launch pad like I did with the other thing. And well, I got you. But short term, if you just by changing over to these, you're going to get a lot better look overall for right now while you're still building the rest of your models. And heck, once you actually get these, I mean, you may even like them more. The more you play with them, the more you're going to like them. I mean, I love these things. I've got everything that's been released by Cindy Studios, except for the 2 new ones that I'm still waiting for the UE4 version on it. There's nothing wrong with trying to be unique. If you don't want to use them, you don't use them. There is nothing wrong with being yourself. I encourage that. And it's always better whenever you put the effort in, you build everything in the game, and you look at it and say, I made that. It's a really good feeling. I just like these. I like doing the mechanics instead of working about the actual assets like the player characters and things like that. I'd rather just make other stuff work. You ain't sent me a game to test yet. If anybody wants their games reviewed, just let me know. And Lex, I think you've got a great start on your game. It needs a couple little things like the blocking volumes or walls to keep people in the map. Is a definite must. Build your lighting before you actually build the game. And I would say whenever you right click to go to aim mode, I would say tell it to add a crosshair to your view. Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get ready for my next video here, and it's going to be about some other stuff. The chair stitch that I'm having a problem with. But yeah, let's go to my test map. I've already done some multiplayer testing. No, this isn't the same map. This is another one that I'm actually working on. For testing things out, I'm going to go ahead and set up a ladder climb system. So you walk over the ladder, you can walk in and go up. But that sitting down and getting back up looks good, right? Works easy. Now with the sofas, right now I've only got it set up to work on this side, but it will be to where one person can sit there and one person can sit here. Yeah, see, with the new version of my Simple Steam multiplayer template, it comes with a basic health system, and as you can see, we've got the health bar in the bottom right hand corner of the screen there. I know this map is not done. You can still follow the world. There's a lot of stuff doing on this. Yeah, see, I've already got a health bar in here, and you can just do stuff like event on any damage, and then cause damage and that kind of stuff. Set your damage limits, and I've covered that before, and I'll cover it again. But yeah, it was actually this map. Cool. happy late birthday. Yeah, mine was on the 3rd of last month. So this is what I'll be talking about in the next video, is these chairs. Lovely, right? I can sit down, I can come over here. The problem was it was teleporting all over the damn place and not going to the right chairs. That's been fixed. And yes, you can actually come over here and sit on the commode. Or you can go to the porta pooper and come over here. Hello. So yeah, everything's working on this, but the multiplayer is being a pain. So, alright, what I'll do is I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then come back with the next video, which will be talking about this stuff. Coolio. I'm still older than you. Probably like three times. I had to add the toilet and the porta potty, you know. Just because, you know. And of course, you know, I had to have that, you know. Of course, you can't really get a good look at yourself in here. The camera gets forced in. I've got another camera for while you're sitting. I've got to adjust that to where it moves as well. So you're actually, it's sitting in front of you. You can still look around. And I've got a few tweaks to do on the setting system. It's like, if you're running around, you decide you want to go to first-person view. Actually, I'm looking down at my beard. I need to move that camera too. And you go sit down, it forces you back into your third-person view, so you can be normal. And then you can actually look at the camera view, or go back to this view, hit E to get up. So we'll discuss all this in the next video. So thanks for watching, and good start on the game, Lex. If you need tips, pointers, help, just let me know, and I'll try to help you as I can. Just don't send me Discord messages. Just do it in my questions and answers section, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you again in about 5 to 7 minutes.